Hello students, this video is based on the coordinate geometry of unit 5 of D3. Yeah, so actually basically these are the notes, right? That complete chapter. The formulas that we have used in chapter 5 is the first one. Here it's the first one. The x1 and this is y1 and x2 and y2, right? So first formula that we have used is about the midpoint. How to find out the midpoint? So the x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. This is the formula to find out the midpoint of a line segment. And these are the examples been solved for you. The distance formula is under root x square minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square, and this one is solved as example. Gradient formula is also you people know, right? Slope, and the example is in front, right? Okay, now the first part that we have done in this chapter is an equation of a slant line, right? Method 1, that y is equals to mx plus c. This formula we are using, and we have used this formula to find out the equation of a line. As we know what is m is the gradient, and you know what is c is the y-intercept. This is method 1. And with this method, we have solved the equation of a line here, right? What type of a question comes to use this formula? By using this formula, find equation of a line that has slope 2, right? Like medium is gradient is giving to you 2, and it cuts y-axis at 5. So slope is there, so you replace m as a 2, okay, and it cuts its y-axis, so c is your 5. We substitute the values in this formula and then we have found the answer. Method 2, this formula you people have not done, but this formula is very important, much more important than method 1. The reason this formula is being used in A levels as well. Okay, so this type of a formula, yes, it comes in paper, right? Given that gradient, okay, and a point on a line x1 and y1. In the previous question here, y-intercept was given and the gradient was given. When in the question the gradient would be there, gradient given and a point on line x and y. So you need to use this formula. Students, you need to learn this formula, right? It's very important formula. How to solve according to this method too. Here, find the equation of the question comes like that. Find the equation of a line that has slope 3, means gradient is 3, and passes through the points x1 and y1, which is 1 and 5. So the formula is that the highlighted, the green part that I have highlighted, that you need to substitute the values, right? y1 replace as minus 5, m is replaced as 3, okay? There is no x here, and x1 is replaced as 1 here. So this is x1 and y1. Y and x not supposed to be written because that x and y values are not giving to you. This is expansion here, okay, and linear equation as we know that, and then we need to find out the equation of a line. The formula of the equation of a line is like in the format of y is equals to mx plus 2, but are you going to find out the values in this formula when this type of the question is giving to you? So you need to use this method 2 formula, right? Learn it, very important formula. Okay, next part. Now, the question, find the equation of a line. Find the equation of a line, right, which has slope 2 and it passes through these points. Again, same formula. You need to substitute the values x1 and y1 from this question. Slope medium sorry, gradient is giving to you too. Okay, substitute the value and you have found the equation of a line, right? Next thing. Now here, these are the notes about parallel lines and the perpendicular lines, right? Perpendicular lines, it has like 90 degree, as we know that, right angle. It's called right angle. It's called perpendicular, okay, and it's like a normal and the original number, right? Or you can just make whenever it will come like that, uh, like this, okay, straight line, okay. Now, what we need to do, yeah, students, in this question, what we need to do, we need to find out the gradient, right? If the lines are parallel, right? So how are you going to find out? The gradient is same. That's why it's written M1 is equals to M2. M1 is equals to M2. Parallel lines have same gradients, right? Okay. When the lines are perpendicular, so M1 multiplied by M2 is equals to -1, right? When we multiply both of them, the answer is supposed to be -1. Or the shortcut you can say it's a negative reciprocal, right? If for example, M1 answer is 3, so M2 answer is negative 1 over 3, right? Okay. How to tell the gradient of a line from its equation? Okay, so the first is 3y minus 2x is equals to 12. So, how are you going to tell the gradient when the equation is given to you? When this type of the equation is there, sorry, right? So, how are you going to tell the gradient of a line? So, make y subject, okay, make y subject, okay, right? And because we know that y is equals to mx plus c now, to make y subject, and step number 2, compare with y is equals to mx plus c here. Okay, so the gradient here, when you will, okay, this I have solved it, okay. So y is a subject, it's near left hand side, then 2x shift over there plus 12, and then 3 is divide with these two parts, okay. So 3 ones are 3 and 3 fours are 12 here. So this is the form of y is equals to mx plus c. Okay. Now next question. If a point lies on a line, okay, it must satisfy this equation. Okay, right. So check if this question, the first one, check if x and y, 1 and 5 lies on this y is equals to 2x plus 3 or not. Okay, you need to check here. So y is equals to 2x plus 1, x is equals to 1 and 5 is equal to substitute the value, right? So 5 is equals to 5. It means yes, 1 and 5 lies on yx. Y is equals to 2x plus because they both are proved. Okay. Now, second question, given that 3 and k lies on this part, okay, and find the value of k. So I'm going to do that. 2y 3x plus 1. So y, it's basically here it's k, okay, x value is 3. Substitute the values and find out the k value, which is 5. Okay, next part, if a point lies on x-axis, okay, so put y is equals to 0. If a point lies on y-axis, then put x is equals to 0. We have done these types of questions from book D3, okay. So line 3x plus 4, y is equals to, it cuts x is at P and it cuts y, x is at Q. Find the coordinates of P and Q. So here you need to find out the coordinates. So x axis, right, and x axis, y is equals to 0 and y axis, x is equals to 0, as we know that, right? So you need to take the equation of a line here is 3x plus 4y is equal to this equation that you need to take. From this equation, what we need to do, we need to substitute the y value 0, okay. So we have found the coordinates, like p coordinates are 4 comma 0, the same thing that we need to substitute here x as a 0, right? Because it's a y-axis. And you found the coordinates 0, 3. We have done this exercise from our book D3, okay? So these are the notes. That's just only a recap of unit, right? Next part. See, this is the diagram of this question. Okay. Now, syllabus change in 2025, students are not required to draw the perpendicular bisector. Before, yes, it was there, but not right after 2025. They're required to make equation for the perpendicular bisector. This is a very important part, right? Okay. Now, equation of a perpendicular bisector. How are you going to make it? Line that is equidistant from A and B. Find the equation of a perpendicular bisector. The coordinates are giving to you. A is 1, 3 and B is 5, 7. Right? So step number 1, right? Step number 1, that what we need to do here, midpoint. Okay. First of all, you need to find out the midpoint. AB, right? Once you will find out the midpoint, you got this answer 3 and 7. Okay, step number 2, the gradient of AB. The gradient of AB, after finding the gradient of AB, so what is the gradient of a perpendicular bisector? That you need to reverse it. Reverse the sign and reverse the numbers. So 2 over 1 gives you 1 over 2. Step number 3, what we need to do, the gradient m is equals to minus 1 over 2. Okay, and the midpoints are given to, which is x1 and y1. I took this formula, the second method, okay, substitute the value, okay, and then find out this y answer, right? Y value. I hope that student, you people understood all these questions. Go through with all these questions for the revision of the entire chapter, chapter 5. Thank you for watching and keep practicing, right? Take care. Bye.